Ready to start. Be more than happy to answer any questions.
Okay, Sam, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you, kind of follow up on your uh, statement there. What position you played in hoops?
Well, you obviously know I was point guard.
Okay, that's good. And then, seriously, what kind of week has it been for you guys from a COVID testing standpoint? Do you feel good about the results?
COVID's been we've had a great week with our COVID testing. Um, it's been a good week. We've we went shells Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and shells aren't a whole lot different than full pads, honestly, at this point in time of the year because you're not tackling to the ground, and you can work tackle drills and individuals. So we didn't go full pads anytime this week, but we did go good on good and things of that nature both Tuesday and Wednesday. We've had spirited practices.
Scotty.
Hey, Coach, do you envision Hudson Henry factoring into the plan this week? And then what have you thought of Blake Kearns here? He's the guy that didn't have a catch to his name before the season.
Yeah, hadn't Blake been valuable? I mean, just done a really, really good job. I think he played almost every rep last week against Missouri. Hudson, I don't know. If he plays, it'll be a limited situation as of right now today.
Sam, my question is about the kind of effort it takes to beat Alabama. In 2014, you guys got really close. I think you fumbled inside the one and dropped a couple of picks, but it was the kind of effort that you had a chance. What do you have to do right to have a chance against these guys?
The only way you can beat Alabama is you think you have a good enough team to beat them. I think I go back to 2013 and we go to Alabama. I'm not for sure, and I don't want to disrespect any of the kids on the team that were on that team, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure there wasn't 100% of the guys felt like we could win. They beat us 50-0, something like that. And then I do know this, the next year we went in there, they came here in 2014. We had a team that believed we could win. And it's like any great high school tradition, any great college tradition, half the teams are beat before they ever walk out on the field. So I think a lot of it is belief. And then obviously you're going to have against a caliber team like that, they're going to have to give us the ball, give us some extra possessions, things of that nature, which they have not done all year because, they're beating the heck out of basically everybody they're playing. So part of it is we have to have a break here and there and maybe several breaks, and we can't turn the ball over and give them opportunities. You have to play a real clean game, but your belief going into it has to be, you have to have your football team believe that you're going to win the game.
Yeah, Sam, I know y'all had the one postponement during the year, but you're a couple days away from your 10th game of the season, getting all games that were scheduled in. Is there a sense of accomplishment knowing that you've at least, made it this point of the season, knowing there's a lot of teams that haven't been able to do that this year?
I am. I'm proud of our league. I'm proud of the SEC. I'm proud of our team. We did have to take the 1 week of Thanksgiving. But the very next week we rescheduled and we're able to play Missouri. Alabama is on their 10th game, and Florida is on their 10th game. And what a great job by the coaches and the players of each team that we were able to get this season in. Don't know if I've ever been on a team that was underdogs in every single game they play. But I'm very proud of our football team that they believe that they can win every one of them. And I think they've proven that by the way they played. And I don't think that'll be a problem on Saturday. So I'm really happy with what's going on in our league and really, really proud to be a part of it and happy with the accomplishments that our league has made this year.
Jacob.
Sam, your first senior day as head coach of this team, what's going to be like for you on Saturday? Just to
to see these guys celebrate that moment? And what are you going to remember about your first group of seniors that you're sending off?
Well, I'm a crier, I'm an emotional guy. So normally I'd be really, really worried about this day. But when I look at them this time, I'm gonna be going, okay, you're coming back next year, you're coming back next year, you're coming back next year. So it gave me a break, a little bit this year, because I'm hoping that we get a whole bunch of them that come back. But this team, the ones that stayed with us, I think you can ask them, and I think they are proud of being an Arkansas Razorback. And I'm not saying they weren't in the past, but I'm proud of them. I mean, we fought every single game. We believe that we can win every single game. We've been down in games and come back and won games and come back and, call here or there. We had an opportunity to win another game and been really, really proud of this group. And they'll always be the group that I think about, because my first ever Division I football job. So very, very, very thankful for that group.
Trey.
Yeah, Coach, got a kind of a two-parter. Just to follow up on Jacob's question, what's the rule going to be on how many players can come back who are seniors? Are you still going to have to stay under the 85? Is that something that's going to taper year to year? And also with the COVID situation, you may not be able to answer this or may not want to answer it, but I was wondering if you could spitball a percentage maybe of how many players have had on the team have had it.
Well, the second part of that, Trey, and that's a fair question. It's a fair question. It's also a question that'll get ridiculed everywhere. Whether, you know what I mean? So I really don't want to give that number if that's fine with you. The other part of it is, what were you asking me about at first?
Yeah, on welcome and senior, I mean, everybody gets the year back. Are you still going to have to stay under the 85 cap? And is that something that goes year to year, tapers down, or what?
I don't know how far this is going to go, to be honest with you. From what I understand, you're going to be at 85, not counting these guys. So you can have 85. This particular set of seniors, you could have 15 come back, and they don't count towards your 85 next year. Now, as it continues to go on, I don't know. We're all having problems, Trey, of keeping 85 on our team. We're all having problems. Different reasons, it's the transfer. I don't know if that's the number one reason, but transfer portal. 3-year, I'm going to the league, just all these things, injuries, medicals, all this stuff. And that's happened forever, but now you have that transfer piece of it. And so it's very, very difficult to stay at 85. So I'm not positive what they're going to do after this year, but my understanding is you can be at 85 plus any returning senior that you have.
Coach, on Colin Sutherland, you've been kind of thin at tight end this year, and I know he hasn't helped you this year, but how is he developing at tight end?
Yeah, I think he's developing as a blocker. He's a big physical kid. We route running. He's got to continue to improve there. I think we'll see him developing into a 2 or 3 possibly when we come back through spring ball. But I'm pleased with him and his effort and the things he's done. He's a very smart kid, so I think we're going to have value there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Bob.
Sam, I know you've been really complimentary of Alabama's offensive line. I was wondering, what's the most impressive thing about that line?
How hard they play. I mean, that becomes the very first thing you would say when you watch them, is how hard they play, how they finish blocks, how they start blocks. The other thing would be how well they play together. They're just really good. And I'm not trying to say how great they are because we're getting ready to play them. Them guys are good now, and as impressive. Alabama had another line that reminds me of this line when they won the national championship. I believe they played LSU maybe in the national championship game. I'm not positive which game that was, but that line there that they had, that one was outstanding as well.
Scotty.
The coach is wondering about possibly Julius Coates' availability this weekend.
Was he injured last week or?
No, sir. There's just been some rumblings about his availability this week.
Yeah, we'll find out whether he can play or not.
Tom?
I had a couple of things. One, am I missing something on the Joe Fouché unsportsmanlike conduct, or was there more to that? I'm a little confused about what constitutes unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm sorry.
What would you like me to say?
Had they given the sideline some kind of a warning, like the next guy who does a pose is going to get a flag? I don't know.
No.
And
it was called unsportsmanlike conduct. What do you want me to say? I mean,
did you agree with it?
You said you had a two-part question. What's the second part?
You're not going to like this one either. Felipe, the latest on him, is he still game day, and any other roster, Grant Morgan's and Noah Gatlin's situations?
Felipe has been practicing all week, so he's been practicing all week, and Grant Morgan hasn't. And who else you asked about?
Gatlin.
I don't think he's going to play. The other two, I'm not positive about.
Sam, I know with Felipe, he's a guy that has, his sights set on the NFL after this season. He's banged up. He could easily mail it in and opt out or whatever. I mean, what's it say about him that he's, at least stuck around and been kind of a leader and helping out KJ with his development and stuff?
Yeah, the same thing it says, Andrew, about him all year. He's the guy, everybody's got an opinion about everything. And, so last week the kid was like, well, he's opting out. He's not going to play. He's not this, that. Kid was hurt, this week he's trying to play, and it says a lot about him. And I'm going to tell you something. He wants to play. And I have so much respect for that kid. And obviously KJ went in there and played so well. And it gave us, a look into our future, but he wants to play, and I'm so proud of him. He's trying, to play. He's got to feel well. I mean, would you like to go out there and play hurt at quarterback against Alabama? I wouldn't. So if he's healthy, we're going to put him out there. And if he's not, we're not.
Let me know if you've got more questions in the chat, Dre.
I don't know if this is our last Thursday game week press conference, but I feel like we saved the best one for last. It's been an entertaining one. Coach, my question is about Malik Javis. He's a good-looking young, big cornerback. We saw him a little bit more last week. What have you seen out of him, and what's his future look like?
You're right, Trey. I like him. He's big. He can run. What grade is he in? What year?
He's a redshirt freshman.
Freshman. And I think he's got a bright future. I really like the kid. Got a beautiful smile about him, great demeanor about him, and he can run. And so the thing I like about him mostly, Trey, is that he can play corner and safety. I mean, he's got the speed to play corner. So he brings a lot of value to the team. And I'm not positive if we wouldn't have had spring ball that he might, really have gotten a lot more reps this year. But we just weren't able to get the spring in. And so, yeah, I'm really, really excited about him and his future.
Otis.
Sorry, Sam, I was dealing with the phone. I asked you about Monteric Brown the other day, but and Miles Slusher got injured the other day. I don't know if he came back in. What's those two guys' status for this week? If you could.
Buster's going to be fine. Slush, we're trying to see if he's going to be game day ready or not, but that'll be really a game time decision. He's moving around a little bit, but I don't know if he's going to be able to play or not. I really don't.
Tom?
Somebody asked Jalen Catalon this on Tuesday, kind of a season in perspective question. I think Nikki asked him. So I thought it would be appropriate to ask you. He said that everyone bought into your message and the coach's message from the beginning, and that the program's in the right direction and everything. Just wish you had a couple more wins. So I'm just wondering your take on 9 games this season, how you felt the team's bought in and the direction you're going.
I love the team. There's been some heartbreaking losses, that you wish you had made a play here or there, at Auburn, at Missouri, and obviously LSU. We're right in the game. We're 3-6. They beat us. I mean, that's the bottom line. They beat us. But I wish we could have gave this football team, this state, another couple of wins on the left, another couple of numbers on the left. A&M and Georgia and Florida, they've got a little bit more depth and things of that nature at this point in time than we do. The other teams will match up very well with, and I don't know that we had in the past. So I'm very excited about the future. I love the kids, and I love that they're bought in and how hard they play. I mean, we've been down several different games this year. We were down, everybody remembers that we were up 14. Nobody remembers we were down 10 at Missouri, and the momentum was going the wrong way. This football team will fight you, and they'll play hard. And I'm not saying they wouldn't in the past. I'm not saying that. But you asked me the question, what I'm proud of. I'm proud of how hard our football team is and how much they care about each other and how much they listen, how coachable they are. But I wish we had more wins for them.
Last one, Trey.
Yeah, Coach, as they say, I guess in recruiting, hay's almost in the barn. You just got a few more days left. Looks like a lot of these guys are going to sign. What else do you have to do? What's left in this 2021 recruiting class?
We need some big O linemen and D linemen. I think we're pretty much caught up on all the other positions. When we walk out there on the field, we need to look like an SEC built football team. We have to get bigger. That's Jamil Walker's and his staff and the strength to help us with that. But to answer your question, I think we still need some big athletic offensive and defensive linemen in this class.
That'll wrap us up. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate y'all.